Hey, what's up, guys? This video is dedicated to all the dragon users, and especially those who still mess around with hieratic dragons. My variant is hieratic artifacts, and I just use the artifact engines to trigger Ultimate, and let's see how it goes. So last week I took my deck to the tournament, and because I walked in late, I finished I got a loss. I lost the first round by forfeit. And after that, second, third, and fourth, I just told everybody else. So let's get to the deck profile. So if you like the video, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you want to. And let's get started with the deck though. First off, we run the 3 Tefnoids. It's just the 12 Hieratic Dragons, as usual. 3 Sus, 3 Asset, and 3 Neptet. Some people choose not to run Neptet, and I know exactly why, because they claim that a lot of cards cannot be targeted nowadays, so they just don't run Neptet. But the reason why I still run Neptet is because Neptet gives me that extra special summon that I need though. And also, you never know when you need that extra erratic monster in your hand just to further your plays. So I still run around with Neptet. I still mess around with Neptet. Next, for the vanillas, 1 lab, 1 Wattel, and 1 serpent. Some people they just choose to run 2 labs. I see why, but my deck is just synchro based. So I just want to be able to go into my level 8 synchros or ultimate plays without having to use my erratic dragons as materials. So I want to bust out ultimate, I can just use these two. Or I want to bust out like a rank 6, I can just use these two. Level 8 synchros. There you go, these two. And for the dragon lineups, we got red metal at last. It's just red metal. Now for the artifact engines, we run 3 scythe, pendulum arrows. So pendulum monsters, whenever they get popped, they just go straight to the extra deck. So after they do that, just go, you know what, artifact scythe. You keep those monsters in check, so they won't be able to come out this turn though. And also BA, BA is starting to make a comeback, so they just try to make a Dante. You go artifact scythe. They're just sitting there with 2 BA monsters doing nothing. They just pass. And next we just kill them. Next we run more attack. More attack still good. People, Incendiary is still a thing though. So they try to go Northern. Sure, pay 1,000, bring out Northern. And with Northern they try to bring out monster from the grave, you just let them do that. And after that, just chain, spare summon more attack, pop Northern. So you get to get rid of two monster cards for the price of 1 though. Still great. Next we got big attack just to pop your own artifacts. And that's it for the artifact engines. Now hand traps. We run 3 maxis. Why not? Because a lot of people love to special summon, so we just want them to stop. Especially when they know you run hieratics or the deck that I run. So when they see that, they say maxis just stop right away. They don't want you drawing like a whole bunch of cards because they know they're dying. And at last we run 2 healers. So that's it for the monster lineup. Now moving on to the spell cards. We run 3 convocation, 3 ignition, the searcher. Also, ignition is some kind of search because after you pop with ignition, you get to set 1 artifact straight from your deck. So that means you don't need to draw into your artifact cards all the time though. I mean the artifact monsters. You don't need to draw into your artifact monsters all the time. And ignition with Ultimate is very, very broken because you summon Ultimate, activate ignition, you pop, you MSC anything, and then ignition set 1 artifact straight from the deck, which triggers Ultimate. Or 2, you can just like go Ultimate, set ignition, Ultimate goes off, you bust out a dragon from your extra deck. And on the turn, just like ignition, you pop anything, and he sets straight from the deck. You get another dragon though. That's how broken it is with Ultimate. Next, we run 1 upstart. Sure, we still need to draw. one Regeki. You just wipe the board. One soul charge. We run artifact. I mean, we run hieratic dragon. So you tribute all the time. Most of the time, your graveyard gonna be full of dragons. So you do all that. You soul charge. You bring everything right back, and you do more broken plays though. And I remember one time I did this. I gambled guy on the soul charge turn. So I just busted out a whole lot of dragons. I made Scarlight and game. I just burned. That's it for the spell lineup. Now for the traps, we run 3 Sanctum, 1 Warning, and 1 Vanities. Just stop the special summon. And that's it for the main deck though. Now moving on to the extra deck, we run 2 Ultimate. This is this is where your power play starts though. Thanks to Ultimate. Then you got 1 Void Ogre, 1 Crystal Wing. That card is so great nowadays, so it just stops a lot of stuff. Scarlight, 1 Crimson Blader. I still mess around with Crimson Blader. Why? Because you never know when you might run across a guy playing level 5s and higher, especially with kaijus. So every time I hit with Crimson Blader, I kill your monsters. Next turn, they cannot do the kaiju plays. And I just look at them like, you know what? You got 2 options. First option, you can just keep serving your monsters up. Just keep serving them up, and you don't get to play your next turn. Or don't play anything, you get OTK though. I love doing that with Crimson Blader. 1 Scrap Dragon. I mean, we love to pop, so why not? The Stardust Brothers, Stardust Spark and Stardust Dragon. 1 Michael. Anything that cannot be destroyed, I just banish that. And also for field control. So he just helped me to get rid of cards at the same time. Mainly back row. 1 Clear Wing. And 1 Meteor Burst. BA is making a comeback. So I remember when I was playing against shaddoll's BA, I made Meteor Burst, so the guy just like he just cried. He couldn't do anything. That's 1 and 2. When I was playing against the shaddoll BA player last week, my field was Ultimate, Meteor Burst, Crystal Wing, Clear Wing, and Scrap Dragon. The guy just basically lost. He couldn't do anything. And he had Shake a Nigga, he had shaddoll Shake a Nigga on field. So I had both Clear Wing and Crystal Wing. So he really couldn't do anything. That's it for the synchro lineups. Now, exceeds 1 to 2 item, however you want to call it. I don't run 2, I don't run 3 because my power plays rely on Ultimate. I just go into item like just for as a plan B though. 1 Durando. That card can be used to be very, very defensive. And on top of that, you can be very disruptive with this too. So I remember I got Vader one time, and I'm like, you know what? I got a feeling he got a Vader in his hand. So what I would do is I would make Durando first, and then I make Ultimate. I set a card. To make Ultimate go off. So the guy tried to veil my Ultimate, so I'm like, nah, Durando chain, pop my set instead. So Ultimate still goes off. That was like a salty play. And at last we got 1M7. I remember one time I used the Maxi, and I made him 7 just to retrieve my Maxi so I can use it again next turn though. The guy was like, wow, you dick. I'm like, hey, I mean, I got a bad hand, so I need to draw it to my plays. I need to make you stop. So, yo. So moving on to the side, I side 3 Koakimi Dragos. A lot of people told me that Koakimi Drago is going to slow me down. And I'm like, sure, it does slow me down, but at the same time, it fucks you up. Because the reason why it slows me down is because, sure, I got a light base deck. It's going to slow me down. But at the same time, it's a beat stick. So you don't do anything to Koakimi Drago. Next turn, I just go off with my hieratic plays, if not artifact plays. And for you to get rid of Koakimi Drago, you got to use up your resources, though. Meaning that once I do my plays, you got nothing to fight with whenever I start going off with my hieratic dragons. So Koakimi Drago, Stop Cosmos, BAs, and any other light and dark base deck. So against BA, so you just bust out. You just prevent Dante from coming out with artifact side. Then you just play Drago. They just don't do anything after that though. Next we got one Kaiku. Kaiku. The reason why I run that is because of Monarchs though. They banish from the graveyard, so Kaiku says, "Sorry, you cannot do that. You cannot banish from the grave." So the only out is going to be a Stormforth, and also the Drago Monarch special summon now. So you normal summon the Drago, they cannot do anything. The only out is going to be a Stormforth. So forget about Prime. Oh, they summon the Light Bitch. Sure, you cannot special summon from the deck though. They banish the dog guy from the grave. They want to do that. Well, you got Drago on field. Sorry, you can't do it either. Now for the back row hate, one Twin Twister. And I will show you why I run only one Twin Twister. I already got three ignitions in the main deck, so and 3 suits to pop the back row, and then 1 Twin Twister. And on top of that, we run 3 Royal Decrees. I know I'm not gonna be able to MSA everything, so let me just put all your traps in check though. I know I lose to Light and Imprisoning Mirror, Vanities and such, so I'm not, if I don't top deck anything to destroy your back row, so might as well want to put everything on lock. 1 TT, your Senjus, and also Royal Decree fucks up your Senjus too. So why not? And I side 2 Starlight Road. Why? Because some people play Kaiju, so I do not want to get Kaiju slumbered all the time. So I make a board and set Starlight Road, and I'm just waiting for you, to bust out a slumber. I'm like, ha, check Starlight Road. So sorry. Here on top of that, I bust out a Stardust Dragon for free. Next we run 2 times space. Why 1 time space? It's mainly because of Cosmos. They bust out a Dog Destroyer. They try to pop themselves with Dog Destroyer, so just time space that. So Dog Destroyer don't get the destruction effect. It goes straight into the deck though. So, and on top of that, time space don't target. Sorry, that was a waste. And at last, 2 Iron Wall. Cosmos. He's good against Cosmos, of course, and Monarchs. Nothing can be banished though. So against Cosmos, you cannot get Cosmo Jode. And one time I was playing against Cosmos, I had a pretty lot. I had 1 Quackimeo Dragon on field, 1 Ultimea, 1 Stardust Spark, and I flip Iron Wall. And the guy tried to Darko. I'm like, sure, you know what? Stardust Spark protects Drago, which left me with Iron Wall and Drago on the field. So the guy just like, you just lost. So that's it for the main deck. So when I was playing last week, I had 2 old Cyber Dragons, and what I decided was 3 Dragos and 3 Royal Decrees. That was against Cyber Dragons. And knowing that the guy was playing Cyber Dragons, I made Crimson Blader as well. So because I didn't want no surprise at all. And then I played against 1 Hieratic Dragon too. So I'm like, you know what, I just sided 3 Dragos. And the way he ran his deck, he ran a lot of back row too. So I sided 3 Dragos and 3 Royal Decrees. And then I played against, yeah, like I told from the start, I played against BA Shaddolls. So yeah, I sided my 3 Dragos, and I thought he was playing BA straight up BAs, but the deck was more Shaddoll reliant. So I sided 3 Dragos, 3 Iron Walls, and I'm like, hey, I hope for the best though. So you guys tell me, what you think about my deck profile. So if you like the deck, just like or subscribe to my channel, leave a comment. So peace.